What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, if you saw the title, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can see in the title, we're gonna be installing these IRS subframe braces, and basically the point of those is to stop the wheel hop. If you don't know, these cars, the S550s, are known for their wheel hop because of the IRS, and it's really bad. I actually already had these installed, but I had to take it to the dealer and I took them off just because I didn't want them saying anything. But yeah, I took them off and I put them on a while ago, so that's why I never made a video on them. But since I'm gonna install them back on right now, I just figured might as well show how to install them. It's pretty simple. I think for anybody who drag races an S550, it's like essential because it wheel hops very aggressively. And you might not be able to tell on camera. I don't think I'm gonna try to show any clips because this might not be obvious, but man, when you're launching these things, they just vibrate a lot. So like I said, if you have an S550, things are an essential mod if you drag race, because on launch they do wheel hop a lot. But yeah, this virtually eliminates it completely. You know, not 100%, but for the most part it does. And this car's on stock power, so maybe if you get more power it'll wheel hop more. But yeah, these things are really good. So we're just gonna go through the step-by-step process of installing it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I'm gonna do one side. These are site specific, but it's the same thing. Once you do it on one side, it's the exact same thing on the other side. And yeah, let's get started. Really quick, just wanted to talk about the hardware that Steeda provides. A lot of videos by companies like CJ Pony Parts and American Muscle, their installation shows bolts with a hex bolt, and I didn't receive that. Also, a lot of the Steeda braces I've seen on YouTube, they have like the Steeda symbol here, and they didn't give me that. I don't know why. It would have been some nice weight reduction, but whatever. Not gonna complain about it. But yes, when I was going to install this, I noticed that a lot of the other videos don't have they have different hardware, so I was able to make it work. I thought they sent me the wrong things and I was gonna send it back, but I figured out how to do it. So I don't know if they changed it, but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know. So the first thing you're gonna want to do right now, I'm on the passenger side. You're gonna want to come down to the bottom right below the door. There's actually gonna be you're gonna look under the frame rail and you're gonna find these two bolts here, and this one is supposed to be in there, but since I had these installed, I already had it removed. But you're gonna want to take this bolt out and keep it because you're gonna reuse it later when you install a part. But yeah, the first step is gonna be installing the one that's closer to the rear of the car. So there's these two here, and as you can see, it's the rear of the car. So you want to take out this one. This front one is closer to the front of the car. So yeah, take out the one that's in the rear of the car, and we'll move on. Alright guys, so I have the brace kind of mocked up as to where it's gonna go. So it connects those two bolts there, one bolt here in the middle, and then two over there. So yeah, that's just kind of gonna how it looks. That's how it's gonna look once it's installed, and we can get going. So when you mock this up, you want to supply the bolt that Steeda provided in the rear and the factory one back in the front. That's what I have here next to me. Alright, so as you guys can see, it's locked up, but it moves freely. Now I'm gonna tighten this one. This one here is a 16 millimeter. No, sorry, it's also a 15 millimeter. It's just that bolt is longer. Okay, I tightened it too much, so I'm gonna loosen it a little bit just so I can move it around freely. There. You're gonna want to install this plate that Steeda provides in this slot up here. You just slide it through, just like that. The bolt goes through. That's gonna be a 16 millimeter bolt that connects to. Now we're gonna bolt up the 16 millimeter bolt, and it's gonna thread into the plate that I showed earlier. So we're just gonna get it snug. So we want to leave some plate, like I said, just so we can, you know, if we need it to install this part. So now that we're done with this one, now the last part, and what's probably the hardest part of all this, is installing this. I believe it's also a 16mm bolt here, except it has this nut because there's nothing for it to thread into. The only thing is you have to get it over this little piece here, and once you have it, the bolt on this side, you have to hold it with a wrench, and you don't really have much space, but I've done it before and it wasn't that difficult. So that's the last step in installing this. So just to get it in place, you can pass it through here. The hole goes all the way up, and then you just gotta feel for it and then twist the nut on. So that'll hold it in place. Not to really tighten it, you just gotta get a wrench at the top. Maybe I can try to show. I don't know if you can see it. It might be too dark or it might be too close, but so I have a, I don't know if you can see, but I have the wrench holding it there. I don't know. I don't think I can get it in there, but the camera in there. But yeah, I have the wrench holding it here, and I'm gonna tighten it down here. So the final step is just to tighten everything, and we don't do, oh, I got the wrench here, don't want that. We don't do no Mickey Mouse jobs here, so I'm gonna torque everything down to spec. Have the, where did I leave the torque wrench? What the hell? Oh, we have the torque wrench here. So these two rear bolts are gonna be tightened down to 55 foot-pounds, and the three from the middle one and those two are gonna be torqued down to 45 foot-pounds. And yeah, it's gonna be it. Okay, so that's these two bolts. Now we're gonna go torque down the other three. You always want to double check everything's tightened, and now we're good to go. So there you have it. Just completed the install. It's really bright outside. So yeah, let's look at the finished product. That's what it looks like there. So highly recommend to get this for the S550. Got the other side right there that I'm gonna do in a minute, but yeah, it's the exact same thing on the other side, the exact same locations, exact same steps, except it's just the other side of the car. So that's gonna be pretty much it. I was gonna do some test pulls just to kind of see, well, so you guys could see, but I don't think you'll be able to notice it. But trust me when I tell you that it's a big difference, and it'll help a lot when you're drag racing, or if you're racing on the street and the strip. You can launch higher without it wheel hopping so crazy, because trust me when I tell you that this thing wheel hops like crazy. But I think that's gonna be all for today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one. Real quick, one more thing that I wanted to mention. I don't know if you guys seen my last video, but it's where my car brakes at the drag strip, and this is basically what happened. It was the other side, the driver's side axle completely just snapped. If you haven't watched that, go watch it. Brake at the drag strip. It broke clean. This is the side that connects to the wheel. That's in the diff. Yeah, I'm probably because there's foam in there. I know that's probably for noise and vibration, but come on, man. But yeah, just wanted to show that real quick because I don't think I ever showed it in a video. I bought. It was actually kind of funny because after that happened, I went on off-road right away to try to find replacement axles, and I actually found them, and they were off of used the same exact car. And I hit up the guy. I was like, hey man, how much you want for these axles? He's like, did you just happen to brake at the drag strip? I said, yeah. So that was kind of funny. So I got it, replaced it right away. This is I actually ended up buying both sides, the passenger side and driver side. I only needed the driver side, but yeah, just wanted to show what it looks like, what a broken axle looks like. But yeah, all right, peace out guys.